Recently I've bought L2R2 Vita grip and I quite like it. It comes in handy for many games. I bought it for quite cheap from AliExpress and a lot of you people recommended that I should also try out L3R3 attachment. So I did, and today we are checking it out. So let's get cracking. So this is it. It came in this box. It is empty because I've already installed it. The box and all the writings are in the Chinese, so let's quickly use Google Translate and see what it says. PSV Back Touch L3R3 expansion button module. Patented design. Counterfeiting will be investigated. Okay, here is the translation. Usage scenarios. PS Vita streams games for PS4, PS3 and PC that require back touch mapping buttons. How to use. For users who have L2R2 handles, tear off the adhesive sticker and stick it directly on the empty space on the back. Customers who use this product alone can align the lower edge of the touchpad on the back of the PS Vita and then stick it on. So you can just use this attachment by itself. You're gonna stick it on the rear of your Vita. Or you can use it with this L2R2 grip together. So you have triggers, then bumpers, and then also R3. It has very simple and smart construction. You press it, and this piece touches rubber piece inside, and that is touching the rear touchpad, which identifies it as an input. And here is a spring that is pushing the mechanism back. This button works on the same principle. There is a spring that is pushing it back, and the mechanism that is touching the rear touchpad is in here. I think ideal use case scenario is to use everything like this together. I bought black color with the white grip because I thought it's gonna be nice contrast. What do you think? Should I went for a white one? I've just peeled off the protective cover and then I stuck it onto the here, and it's holding very firmly. I would say too firmly. When I want to play, for example, Borderlands 2, I actually prefer to use these buttons instead of bumpers, because here it doesn't matter. Half touchscreen is for melee and half for sprint. And if I want to aim and shoot, then I can comfortably just do melee without moving my finger in here. I just keep the finger in here and then do melee with my middle finger in here. I find it better than to move my finger in here. I like the shape of these buttons and their position, because when I just grab the Vita and hold it comfortably, I don't need to shift my grip at all. I'm just holding it naturally and my finger is resting in there. So I can just play like this without actually shifting my grip, which is great. Sprint, melee, aim and shoot. If you are a fan of PS4 remote play, or Moonlight, streaming your games from your PC, then this is a great accessory to have, because most of the games are using all of these buttons. Another great use case scenario is to play your PS1 games. Loads of them do require LNR 2 and 3. Here I'm playing GTA 2 and I can easily change the weapons with L2 and attack people with R2. So here I'm gonna shoot some rocket launcher. I'm playing Spyro and here it also comes in handy. Trigger for rolling and a bumper for looking around. Then for example there are a bunch of other games that don't really use the rear touch panel in the way the others do. For example here Resistance Burning Skies is just using it for sprint. So you double tap it, you double tap the rear panel and you sprinting, you see. So now I sprint and now I don't. But in this game sprint is also mapped to the D-pad down, so you know, you don't even need it. Plenty PS Vita homebrew ports are also using LNR2, like for example San Andreas. So now you can do this with the triggers instead of with, you know, tapping the rear touchpad. Or front for that matter, because you can map it also on the front. Oh, busted. Mission failed. Topic for today's video was chosen by my dear Patreons and members. They have decided it's time for this kind of video instead of this one. So, huge thanks to all of them for their continuous support. It's greatly appreciated. As I said, the installation is very easy, you just stick it onto the rear side of the Vita. However, after I stuck it in there, it's very tricky to peel it off. Here on the box it says this product uses a reusable adhesive latex. As long as it is not sticky to dust, it can theoretically remain sticky forever. If you find that the adhesive on the back has weakened, you can rinse the adhesive part with clean water and let it dry to restore adhesiveness. Don't throw away the packaging if you do not use the product, you can put it back into the packaging to avoid dust that may affect its stickiness. And point 4 is latex is very sticky, so you need to be patient when removing it. Slowly apply force from the pull buckle to slowly remove the edge. Violent removal may cause excessive tension on the PS Vita back panel. And this is my main issue with the product, that I can't really take it off now. I was trying to remove it calmly and gradually apply the force, but even when I gradually apply the force, it's really stuck, and I feel I'm gonna break this part off. Either that or something else gonna crack, and I don't wanna risk it. So for now, I'm keeping it here. When you have it stuck on the rear side, you can even open it and the Vita stays in the grip, you know, it doesn't go off, which I find very nice. It would be way better to use it like this than, you know, to have this piece in here. So I think I might even take off this piece and leave it just like this without it, because it seems nicer. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. I don't need to take it off because it's useful. It makes the Vita much thicker, but it's also much more comfortable when I hold it. These pieces makes a really difference in terms of comfortability. I bought it off AliExpress and it was for very cheap. This exact one is for PS Vita 1000 and right now it's for 11 euros. If you own PS Vita 2000, that one sells even for cheaper, 10 euros. Plus there is free shipping available with 10-day delivery. I think the quality is great and the price even more so, especially considering how much the Hori grip is selling for, which is pretty much exactly the same thing. This one looks even a bit more comfortable and is like 7 times cheaper. This small piece, believe it or not, is more expensive than this white part, which is pretty weird, but it is true. 14 euro for white one and 14 for black one. And it is also free shipping. Link for this one is also down below. If you are interested, I would recommend you buying it separately like I did. Like that is gonna be like 26-27 euros. But I seen they are selling it together for way more. Like for example, this offer 44 euros for both pieces together. And as long as it's gonna look like this, they're gonna be compatible. On both of mine it says top player and top player in here. I bought it at different stores, they still work together nicely. The links that I'm gonna be leaving down below are definitely compatible. And this small L3R3 attachment is compatible with cases for both models, 1000 and 2000. 2000 grip is even a bit better, I would say, because they have removed this top piece and you just slide it in and slide it out when you don't want to use it. I wish they have done it in here too, instead of unclipping these clips to get it out. So in the end, is this L3R3 attachment must-have accessory? It depends, you know, if you like remote play, then perhaps yes. If not, then there is not that many games that necessarily need it. I think you're gonna be fine even with L2R2 grip. Without this piece, it is not necessary, but it can make the time spent on your Vita much more enjoyable. Now, completely unrelated from the PS Vita stuff, I have also bought this luxury liquid silicone case. It's for plenty of Samsung Galaxy models. It was very cheap. It is in here. And the quality is actually very nice, I like it. The smell is also not like the really toxic smell. There is some kind of foam from the inside and the matte rubber from the outside. I do really need new case, because when you look at this one, it looks terrible. So now I'm gonna put this one on. And it's very nice, I like it, even the lenses are a little bit below. And these edges are also a bit taller than on this one. I also bought screen protectors for my Galaxy S23. because this one is pretty beat up, it's cracked, and what's more, my fingerprint scanner doesn't even work. Because I haven't really checked the description and some screen protectors are just not compatible with the under-display fingerprint scanner. Now I'm gonna quickly install it. It's way more challenging than I initially anticipated. I think it's gonna be okay. Okay, it's finally off. This is the new one that should be compatible with under-display fingerprint scanner. Now it works fine. I'm not really good at putting screen protectors onto the display, especially not on the camera, but I'm gonna try it this time, only for you. We're gonna remove excess dirt. Get off the excess dirt. Looks like it's gonna be okay. Align it. Press down. Get the bubbles off. Looks like I'm getting better at the installation of screen protectors. What do you think? Now let's try the fingerprint. Works great. This tempered glass fingerprint unlocking screen protector was for $2.15 and there were 2 pieces. They are also available for a bunch of devices. Links for every product is down below. You can find there also my discount codes for even higher discount. I would like to thank you all for watching. Thanks to channel members and Patreons for their support, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.